The Showcase starts now.
The Sides Gymnasium on the campus of Woodlawn High School, as tonight the Showcase makes a stop once again in Sides Gymnasium as the Woodlawn Cardinals take on the Sesser-Valier Red Devils. A very pleasant Tuesday evening, wherever you may be, listening in on WMIX 94.1 FM as well as online at WMIXsports.com. I'm Danny Czerwinski. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play tonight. Join me alongside will be Mike Richardson doing the color commentary. You're listening to Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage to protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams warming up. Mike, this has been an interesting game over the years. Realistically, in the last two or three, you can't tell anything from it because both teams have lost and won in this game and done different things as far as the rest of the year and postseason is concerned.
Now, this rivalry has stemmed on the good side because of the co-oping with Sesser-Valier and Woodlawn, and you throw Waltonville in the mix on the football side of things. And the basketball side has been a great rival game. All the fans, both sides of the court here tonight, they look forward to this game on their schedule, you know, knowing that Woodlawn plays in the prestigious Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament around Christmas time. And this game has never disappointed, regardless of records. Sesser, big with football over the years, have always caused physical problems for the Cardinals. And you're right, the last handful of years, a lot of implications with this game on the trek to Peoria, as we have known. So we are happy to be bringing to our listeners here tonight.
And one thing we want to remind everybody, obviously this game's going on, it's important and everything, but we will remind people that periodically throughout the evening, and through the evening, as you just may have heard if you're listening here on the FM side of the dial, that there are some severe storms within the area and or are coming. We as in Jefferson County, are under a tornado watch until 1 a.m. That was just issued by the National Weather Service. So with that said, we remind everyone that we are going to be preempted a lot tonight, maybe, depending as the weather comes in here on the FM side of the dial. We're going to be preempted. We're going to go ahead and do the game here like we're not, because we will be able to hear it. But again, it is more important for us to put out that weather information, obviously, than it is to broadcast through, and we want that information out there for weather, for safety, and everything else. So understand and deal with it. Go along with it. The weather is more important, and it is an issue tonight because when it's 65 degrees to 70 in January, it is a problem, and that's number one and foremost on our minds tonight, and that's why the information's got to go out over the top of the radio instead of the ball game. Both teams are warming up. We're going to take a break, our first break of the evening. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about both these teams and probably delve in some more of the rivalry on the basketball floor, whereas it's a friendship on the football field. Both of those factors coming into play here tonight in this ball game. You're listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Coach House Garages. If you're looking for a garage builder, build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available, then a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Danny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. Mike, we talked about it a little bit earlier. This game, since 2010, has really not been a barometer of what these teams do after this because you can't really get a read. Last year, Woodlawn lost this game. They turned around, lost to Wayne City. The wheels were coming off. Things were bad. Woodlawn turns it around, wins the state title. Year before, Woodlawn wins this, or Sesser wins, and then they get knocked off in the regional. Or Woodlawn wins. It's one of those deals. This game really has not been a barometer of what's going to happen after this game goes on.
No, and it's been a scenario where Woodlawn has traveled in that northern direction, northwest actually, and then eventually going sectional-wise to the east. And Sesser has been at home. They've been able to go down south where they normally do, feeding into the Carbondale area, which Woodlawn eventually ends up there, but they go the northern path and the eastern path to accomplish that super sectional game. And we had the privilege of doing the game at Salem a few years ago on Sesser's trek to the state tournament. The year previous to that, Woodlawn had made that trip. So, this is just one of those games that everybody looks forward to on the schedule, but you can't place a meaning to it, but you can put value in, with these coaches, these players. We've already hinted about the football relationship, and a lot of these players have real tight with each other. It is just something special. It's a game, and it's going to be hard fought, and we definitely know that for sure.
Well, even when the football stuff that's been going on the last 2 or 3, obviously the co-op's been going on for a while, I believe since 2002, as far as the Woodlawn's concern of it is with Sesser-Valier and football. It does mellow the rivalry a little bit. Obviously, Waltonville and Sesser-Valier, it's mellowed out that rivalry over the 20-year-plus run that has had. But when you look at Sesser-Valier Woodlawn and Waltonville Sesser-Valier, it's mellowed it out, but there's still some bragging rights on the line because, as you said, this game here is the only time these two teams might play unless they play in the Super this year. If the winner gets bragging rights and the rest of the way, and then those pads get put on in the summer when you go through summer camp, you get a little bragging rights when you step back out there.
Was at a grade school softball game earlier this year, and a couple of football guys walked up. They just got through with some two-a-days, the morning session, getting ready to go out. And we sort of talked a little bit about that, and they said that, they couldn't wait to get down and see all the guys on the football field, but yet couldn't wait till basketball season to start when they got to play against them. So there you go. I mean, that pretty well sums it up. The exuberance that they had, ready to get to and the sweat and fight on a football field together, and then just can't wait to tee it up on a basketball. And now you're going to get this large crowd involved here too on both sides, and they're anxiously waiting to go. So it's just a good, fun ball game that we've been able to bring several years now.
Great fun ball game. Sesser-Valier Woodlawn getting ready to go at it here tonight. We'll step out for another break. We'll remind you before we go, any scores that we get in tonight, we brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. We're here at Woodlawn, SV and Woodlawn here tonight in boys basketball. Let's take a break. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fierk. Look at your next rad weather. Windy tonight with periods of rain and thunderstorms. Some of the storms will be severe with damaging wind gusts and hail, even an isolated tornado, low only 54. Windy, much colder tomorrow, variably cloudy. Temperatures falling into the 30s by the end of the day. Partly cloudy, brisk and colder tomorrow night. Down to 23. Brisk and cold for Thursday. Sunshine mixing with some clouds, high 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
The Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're looking for a garage builder to build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available, then the Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Danny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. The Sesser-Valier Red Devils come in at 8-12. Not up to the usuals that we're used to with Sesser-Valier, with Chip Basso. Usually you're looking for a seat. They got to use this next 2 weeks, this game included tonight, to actually, this is their last chance. Because seedings and pairings will come out Thursday and Friday. This would be nice for them to come in and get a big win and move themselves up that seeding chart down to Waltonville Regional.
Yeah, it's just been one of them things. The guard play, just shots not falling at the right time. We've seen them play several times this year already, and they're in ball games. And, boy, they just can't get a shot to fall. They can't get a three to fall. They can't get a free throw to fall at times. And that's what's caused that record. You know, you're talking, as we mentioned, 8-12 on the season, 3-4 in the Black Diamond West Division. And defense pretty good. You got Coolidge, the senior, going to be playing football at the next level. Quite a specimen out on the basketball court. But he's probably not had the basketball season he's wanted to. And, you know, a lot's on his mind, furthering his education on the football field as well. So, but you're standing 6'6", and you'll go about 230 probably. So, pretty impressive force out on the inside for the Red Devils.
And that thing about Sesser-Valier, they have graduated a lot of talent, 2010, 11, and 12, the last 3 years. In a school the size of Sesser-Valier, you go through cycles, you go through things. It is hard to put teams like they've had, the talent they've had last 2 or 3 years out there year after year after year.
Well, and they're no different from the Woodlawns that we talked about as far as schedules go. I mean, they'll basically play anybody at any time.
Yep.
And you just can't change that schedule year in and year out to fit your personnel. You have set that, you work your tail off as an athletic director to get that schedule how you like it. Tournaments, regular season, non-conference games is big when you're in a big conference like they are. So you worked on that schedule, and sometimes you just have to bite the bullet here. And Skip sort of adjusted his lineup a little bit with some influx of some youth with the sophomore and junior starting in tonight's contest. So, trying to find the right combination. As you mentioned, Danny, it's right around the corner. Regionals are upon us before we know it.
Real quick, the Woodlawn Cardinals 18-2 on the season, 5-0 in the Midland Trail. Non-conference game here tonight. This is kind of a trap game, really, with a big road matchup Friday at Sisney. Sisney 5-0 in the conference. Woodlawn's got to stay focused, stay in control here to pay attention and take care of business here tonight, and not let Sesser-Valier sneak up on them. Yeah,
that is very true. You're looking at that conference. Woodlawn had some success against Sisney in the Midland Trail Conference Tournament Championship. Got off to a great start and just snowballed from there. And then you look at the end of the week, you got a Saturday night game here at home against Flora. And then in between is another game. You might have to travel and play West Richland. And we've documented their problems with rosters and illness and sickness. So, this game here, one at a time, that's the old adage from Coach Shane Witzel.
Old adage is the national anthem, then the starting lineups. We'll do that here. We'll take a break. You're listening to the defending state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be a half hour trying to find exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank Visa check cards and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN. and select the cashback button, and you have an instant ATM.
People's National Bank. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply. There's still time to save at Knoll Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Knoll Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Knoll's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
We're worldwide. This is The Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Starting lineup time sponsored by People's National Bank. Stop by People's National Bank and let them remind you what banking with a local family-owned bank is all about. Visit a branch near you or log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank member FDIC. I'll turn it over to Mike Richardson for the starting lineup to this non-conference game.
Thank you, Maz. Danny in for the Sesser-Valier Red Devils. As we mentioned in the pregame show, 8-12 on the season, 3-4 in Black Diamond West. They'll start a 5'10" senior number 5, Cody Lingle, a 5'11" senior number 34, Derek Hood, 6'6", as we mentioned on the show. Justin Kulik, he's a senior, 5'10" sophomore, number 14, Nick Marlowe, and a 6-foot junior with number 23, Tyler Baxter. That rounds out the starting lineup for Chip Basso's Red Devils, assisted by Shane Garner. And for the Woodlawn Cardinals, 18-2 on the season, 5-0 in the Midland Trail Conference. 5'7" senior, number 14, Ty Coleman, 6'5" senior, number 22, Gabe Owens, on that record-setting performance Friday night over at Carmi. I was able to witness that ball game. 10 out of 17 from behind the arc. A 6-foot senior, number 36, Chris Harlow, 6-foot junior, number 31, Jason Hayton, and rounding out the lineup, 6'2" senior, number 25, Logan Isaac. And the Woodlawn Cardinals, coached by Shane Whistle and assisted by Scott Owens, and those are your starting lineups.
Starting lineups brought to you by People's National Bank. Have instant access to your account anytime, anywhere, with online banking from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Sesser-Valier cheerleaders just got done finishing their floor routine, and we got to congratulate them and wish them the best of luck. They have made the state competition for the IHSA in Bloomington. They will head there to Bloomington to compete in that, and we wish them the best of luck. The Woodlawn Cardinals are being introduced to the crowd right now as we get ready to go here tonight. We'll tell you that we are on social media. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports, and we are always on there. We chatted with some people last night while we were doing the Sesser-Valier Waltonville-Goreville girls game. We chatted with a lot of people. We appreciate everybody liking us that went through with a lot of likes. And also, we're on Twitter, @WMIX Sports. We do tweet a lot of things in-game, and also throughout the day, during the day, night, whatever. We do put a lot of good information on there as well on Twitter. Follow us @WMIX Sports. The best part, if you're not on Twitter, you're not a social media person, you can also go to our website, WMIXSports.com. Twitter is live there as well. It rolls through, so anything we tweet, scores, and whatnot is on there ready to go. Woodlawn cheerleaders finishing up their floor routine. The Red Devils and the Cardinals one more time here tonight in this series. A nice crowd on hand here. Weather out there, obviously. We've got some weather issues going on, Mike, but still, nice crowd here tonight for this non-conference game on a Tuesday.
Oh, especially on Tuesday night. Absolutely. Good crowd. And see a few people still milling around in the corridor on Woodlawn's side, so probably take what few empty seats will be left over. I know there's more kids in the house. I've seen them earlier, so that section should get filled up here pretty quick as well.
Sesser-Valier will be in their road maroon jerseys trimmed in white and black. The Woodlawn Cardinals will be in their home whites trimmed in red and blue. It'll be Logan Isaac and Justin Kulik long-time basketball players here for both schools. Your officials tonight, Darren Greenwald, Dennis Estes, and Steve Baker, quality veteran officials on this matchup. Tip controlled by the Woodlawn Cardinals. Ty Coleman will give to Gabe Owens. Woodlawn will bring it up with the Red Devils going man-to-man. Across the timeline, Owens to Coleman on the right wing, guarded by Cody Lingle. Gets it to Isaac, top of the key. Kulik will draw the assignment on Isaac. Coleman, right wing. Hateman, free throw line, down the lane to Coleman, right wing. Ty has to pick up the dribble. Gets it to Hateman. Expect a very tough, hard-nosed defense from Sesser-Valier as usual. Hateman, bounce pass to the rim. Isaac, good. Two crafty veterans going there, and Woodlawn takes a 2-0 lead.
A little head nod to the left side of the lane right there.
Here comes Marlowe across the timeline. Gets it in the right corner to Baxter. Baxter throws it to no one, and Hateman picks it off. Harlow has it. Will dribble to the wing, and now loses it. Stolen by Cody Lingle. Cody Lingle bring it into the front court on the dribble. Picks it up at the top of the key. Goes right side to Marlowe. Marlowe will call plays. He stands on the volleyball line near the Cardinal logo. He'll throw it in the right corner. That goes to Hood. Hood will come around to the right wing. Picks up the dribble. Couldn't get a shot. He's lethal from behind the line. Throws it to Baxter, tops the key. Back to Hood in the right corner. There's that three attempt I was talking about, and he knocks it down. Hood puts the Red Devils on top, 3-2.
That's a good look right there. Squared the shoulders and let it fly.
Here comes Gabe Owens across the timeline, guarded by Marlowe. Owens goes back to the right, throws it left to Isaac, left elbow extended. Dribbles once to Owens in the corner. Owens last time out, 10 threes at Carmi. School record. Harlow shoots a three of his own. It's no good. Kulik on the rebound. We expect this game to be tight. These two teams know each other very well. Marlowe between the circles on the dribble, guarded by Owens. Both teams man-to-man. DeLingo on the left wing. Lingle will dribble once, stole it right side to Baxter to the corner. Has to pick it up in that right corner for Hood. Hood lob inside Kulik, looks on Isaac, up and in. If you give it to him that close, you may as well go to the other end. It's going to be 2 points.
Yeah, that's the side that they've got the dual threat, the three outside and inside punishment from him.
Isaac to the corner to Hateman. Cardinals down 5-2. Owens for a three. It's no good. Whistle away for the basketball. We have a foul off the ball. It'll be on number 14, Nick Marlowe of Sesser-Valier, his first team's first. As he pushed off to get to the screen. You're not a member of Credit Store Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Owens will trigger to Isaac in the right corner. Shot up from 15, no good. Owens tips it back to Isaac. To Hateman to Harlow. Left wing three ball on the way. No good. Coleman rebounds baseline. Dribbles off. Twickle toes around there. We'll bring it to the top of the key. Coleman to Owens on that right wing. Owens thought about that three, didn't get the shot off. Will dribble to the top of the key. He'll go right side to Coleman in the corner to Hateman, back to Coleman, over to Owens. Owens holds above his head. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Hateman for a three left wing. No good off the mark. Wrestles out to the corner. Hood double team, gets the rebound, gets it to Marlowe. Marlowe will bring it up into the front court across the timeline, guarded by Harlow. Marlowe throws left wing to Baxter. Baxter with a couple of dribbles to Lingle in the corner. 5 minutes to go in the first. Sesser-Valier leads 5-2. Three ball on the way from Marlowe is no good. Harlow has the rebound as Kulik goes hard to the floor. Harlow gets it to Owens, and Gabe will bring it across the timeline. Goes to the right side, pass handoff to Coleman. Dribbles to the top of the key. Back to Owens. Long three on the way. No good. Rebound free throw line to Coleman. Coleman recovers. Coleman thought about it. Gets to Hateman in the corner. Back to Coleman. Back to Owens at the center circle. Woodlawn will reset with 4:40 to go in the first. Down 5-2. Hateman holds above his head. Back to Owens to Coleman on the left wing. He'll shoot a three on the way. No good off the mark. Rebound goes to Sesser-Valier. Lingle has it in the backcourt. Harlow steals it away. Harlow goes up for a shot. The foul's on the floor, and that'll be a foul. Right now, Mike and Woodlawn sitting a little too much on the perimeter for those long threes.
Yeah, we've seen this periodically during the season, especially early in the ball game. Woodlawn trying to establish behind the arc, and right now, not any success whatsoever. 0 for 4 from three.
Owens triggers in the corner to Isaac to Coleman. Top of the key. With it on the right side to Owens off the inbound. Drives into the lane. Posts up. Now goes down the lane. Running teardrop. Glass good. Owens gets to the rim. 5-4. His drive gets points. And we have a timeout. Chip Bassel, a 30-second timeout. It's 5-4 Sesser-Valier on top with 4:08 to go will tell you about All Stars and Stitches. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, organization. They even do apparel. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School. I'll call 435-5555. Mike, this is kind of a game that we figured on. Close, hard-nosed defense. Not a lot of ways to score in this one early on.
Yeah, and Chip Bassel's laying the law down right here in front of us. Not very happy with his guard defense as far as blocking out. As we mentioned, Woodlawn 0 for 4 behind the arc. Long rebounds coming out. Woodlawn's been able to get a hand on 3 out of the 4, and Chip not happy. Had to burn a timeout right there and had a little discussion with his guards on blocking out.
Had a little discussion. He talks, they listen. Across the timeline comes Marlowe to the left side. That's to Baxter. To Lingle on the right side to Hood. Hood back to Lingle. Lingle gets it left side to Baxter. Back to Hood on the right wing. He'll dribble into the lane. Has a back tap by Hateman. Gets to the rim. Travel with a basketball turnover to the Red Devils. The ball will go back to the Woodlawn Cardinals. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how Mike and I arrived to this game here tonight. This is the first of the football co-op games we'll do. We'll have one next Tuesday night, Waltonville at Sesser-Valier. We'll get all the football co-op going on. Hateman in the left wing. Throw it out top of the key to Kennedy. Kennedy corner, Owens, left corner. Marlowe's done a good job of sticking Owens early. Coleman top of the key, right side to Isaac. Holds above his head. Logan throws top of the key to Owens. Owens will come down the lane, spin at the right elbow, throws up a shot over 2 Devils. No contact, no foul. Rebound goes to Sesser-Valier, and Baxter had the rebound. Coleman will pick up the foul, his first, team's first. Defense for Sesser-Valier very stifling here early on.
And a lot better job of rebounding right there. Baxter already his second rebound, so the guards definitely didn't pay attention to the timeout by Chip Basso.
Right now, Woodlawn will have to pick up the pace. Marlowe will bring it into the front court. Marlowe across the timeline, guarded by Owens. We're at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Woodlawn trails 5-4. Baxter in the left corner, top of the key, Lingle, right wing to Hood. In the right corner to Kulik. Standing away from the basket, throws it out to Baxter to Marlowe. Shot fake around Owens. Shot no good. Rebound Harlow. Got Owens off his feet and couldn't hit iron. Owens will bring it across the timeline. On the dribble, left to right, right to left. Now back to the right side of the floor. Gets to Harlow at the free throw line. Guarded by Hood. Harlow will go down the lane on the old triangle offense. Goes to the rim, shot blocked. Harlow gets it up and in. Effort by Harlow makes it 6-5 Cardinals with 2.5 to go in the first. Skip it to the right side. Marlowe will bring it up across the timeline. Gets around Owens. And Hateman reaches in. That's a foul, and that's the second on a bad foul by Jason Hateman reaching at the timeline.
Thought he had it timed right.
Yep.
But zigged and should have zagged right then and there. Woodlawn's got a couple subs. Chase Phelps and Mr. Robinson is going to make his varsity check-in here this evening.
Sesser will trigger in front of the scorer's table. And Marlowe will hold the thumbs up. He'll bring it up, guarded by Owens. This has been a good matchup so far. Marlowe goes to the right side, pick and roll with Kulik, lost the handle. Harlow has it, gets it to Owens on the left wing. Gable bringing it into the front court to the top of the key, right corner to Phelps. Phelps from 15, no good short, gets his own rebound, goes to the rim, up, glass no good. Kulik will pick up his first, that's the third. And Chase Phelps goes to the line to shoot two, an aggressive Chase Phelps to start with energy.
And I think that's what he's got to be more apt to do coming off the bench now in varsity minutes. You know, he gets a few quarters in the JV game to get the edge off, but he needs to be just a little bit more offensive oriented and shoot that. Don't be afraid to shoot that 15-footer, just like he did there, stayed with it, got fouled, and he's at the free throw line converting on his first.
And everybody involved in the Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. Why wait hours in other emergency rooms? Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Chase Phelps pledged to make 2 free throws and did. It's 8-5 Cardinals, under 2 to go in the first. On the left wing for the Red Devils is Derek Hood. Hood will throw in the corner to Lingle. Inside post-up Kulik, layup good. Robinson gambles. Kulik's a savvy veteran, said go ahead. It's 8-7. Cardinals by 1.
Great entry pass for Kulik to take advantage of that as well.
Here comes the Cardinals. Owens across the timeline. He'll throw it to Cutting up to Kennedy down the lane. Shot no good. Missed the layup. Out of bounds off 2 Cardinals. Oh, and they got a foul. Did not see this, Mike. This is coming out of the blue. That foul is on Jordan Gunner. That's his first. Didn't see that foul, did you?
No, I didn't. I was watching both guys go after the ball after Kennedy and missed the layup.
Well, we'll call it like it is as Kennedy misses another one, a little more contested, and makes the harder shot by throwing it up and in. Go figure, 10-7. As Woodlawn will battle on defense, up by 3. Here comes Marlowe into the front court to Hood. Hood on the left wing, top of the key to Gunner. Gunner will look and stare and gets it back to Marlowe. 1:08 to go in the first. Woodlawn leads 10-7. With it on the right side. Lingo with it, top of the key. Gunner, left side to Hood. Hood will hold above his head. They got Kulik posted up. He'll throw top of the key. Lingo to Hood. 3 ball over Harlow is up and no good. Off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Woodlawn Cardinals. With locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. That's why Mike and I are able to do all these games with our good sponsors that allow us to come here on the road. Whistle blowing, perspiration. I am shocked that there's sweat on the floor of a 70-degree day in January. Yeah. It has gotten warm here today. As we know, the weather has been one of those deals where we know that there's some warnings that are watches tonight. So be careful of that and be aware. Get those weather radios as the referee will clean off the floor. Clean that perspiration, clean that condensation, clean that hustle up. One of the 3 or all the above.
Yeah, especially you get a collection of these men playing so hard tonight at the free throw line. You're going to have to be careful around them areas.
Oh, you better believe it. You got to keep everything nice and dry. They've had the fans open tonight. They've had doors open as much as possible to cool this thing off. Not used to this in January. 40 seconds to go in the first. Woodlawn up 10-7. Phelps to Kennedy, top of the key. Over to Hateman on the left wing. Hateman will hold at the left side, and he'll survey the defense. He'll go to Kennedy, top of the key. Kennedy holds above his head. Now back to Hateman near the volleyball line. They'll play catch top of the key, near the timeline, behind the volleyball line, which would be the attack line if you have a picture in your mind of what we're talking about. End of 1. Hamilton County leads Benton 12-10 in boys play. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give them a call, 242-3770, to get to a better state. Kennedy to Phelps with 5 seconds. To Hateman on the left wing. Hateman can't get a look. Splits a double team. Phelps shot. That's a bad shot into the quarter. End of 1. It's Woodlawn 10, Sesser-Valier 7. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. He can help make sure you have the coverage you need while saving money in the process. Get to a better state. See State Farm agent Scott Owens at 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon and begin a saving full relationship. Or call 242-3770. That's 242-3770.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Danny Czerwinski with Mike Richardson alongside. End of 1 quarter. Woodlawn leads Sesser-Valier 10-7. The Red Devils have the basketball. With it on the left wing, Gunner. Top of the key, Marlowe goes right side. That is to Baxter to Gunner. Back left side to Vaney. Back out top of the key. Anway with it. Now right side to Baxter. Baxter top of the key, Gunner. They're reversing around the perimeter. They're going to play catch around to the corner. Lob inside Kulik. Robinson. Shot no good. Robinson got away with a push. Kulik missed the shot. Rebound to Woodlawn. We'll call it like we see it. He did get a push. A little bit. Yeah, a little two-hand nudge in the back. Is, he's a big guy. He's big, 2 big guys going at it there with Kulik and Robinson. As Harlow has it on the right wing, stolen away, and that ball's thrown in the back. Hateman makes a save, but steps on the center line. Turnover to Woodlawn. Last 2 possessions have been ugly with capital U for the Woodlawn Cardinals.
Got to go with second turnover against the Cardinals, and we mentioned that bad shot there at the end of the first quarter.
I think you have to, Mike, to give credit to the Sesser-Valier defense. It has been very good.
Oh, absolutely, and especially when you wind the clock down like that. You put them in a good position knowing that they got to eventually force something at the 5-second mark.
Now, I'm telling you right now, the Woodlawn Cardinals right now struggling on offense because of the Sesser-Valier defense. Vanway has it. Cross on the left side. Pick and roll with Kulik in the corner. Shot from 15. Short, no good. Rebound. Tipped off the rim. Hateman has it. Tracks it down. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Owens will drive the ball to the floor for the Woodlawn Cardinals. He'll throw it left side. That goes to Isaac. Isaac has it. Now top of the key. Hateman. Hateman with it. Hateman has it. We'll throw it right side to Kennedy. Kennedy with it to Isaac, top of the key. Isaac to Harlow. Left wing. 3 ball on the way. And that was a foul. And that was on Jacob Vanway. And I don't think the official meant to blow his whistle. He kind of made it up, it looked like to me.
Yeah, I think he either spit the whistle out because it did leave his mouth, and he did immediately makes a signal. And I think that's what Chip's agreeing with right there. That he went ahead with the hand gesture. Yeah,
what happened is Harlow missed the first. I think the official, he's a smile on his face. I think he actually flinched, like you said, and he walked over to Coach Basso. It's one of those deals that's nice to see where you see a referee walk over and just say, hey, I blew that one, I sneezed or spit it out as Harlow misses the second. And it's important we see that from officials. We don't get to see that all the time where officials will walk over and say, hey, my bad.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They're human as well.
And coaches will understand that. You're on the coaching sideline, you'd understand it. If a guy walks over and says, hey, as Harlow misses all 3 free throws, rebounds the Red Devils, as a coach, you will say, hey, I understand, and move on. I mean,
you don't want to hear anything made up.
Right.
You know, there's no need to make it worse.
And Holens makes it worse for Sesser as he steals it and gets it to Kennedy, and Kennedy scores. Matt Kennedy with 4 off the bench. 12-7, Cardinals by 5. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Here comes Sesser-Valier Red Devils. Marlowe across the timeline. He'll dribble back between the circles. Owens is on him. Throws it right inside to Baxter. Baxter top of the key to Vanway. Vanway with it to Gunner. Inside Kulik posted up. Had a good look. Now back to Vanway. Shot on the way. No good. Rattles in and out. Kennedy had it. Lost it out of bounds off of Kennedy. And that'll go to Woodlawn, or to Sesser-Valier. JB scored tonight. Woodlawn won that one 49-36. To tag on that scoreboard update from earlier. Woodlawn will have it down 12, or up 12, I should say. Let's reverse that sentence again. Sesser-Valier will have it down 12-7 with 5:52 to go in the first half. Hood underneath the rim will trigger. He'll throw it to Kulik. Kulik at the right elbow, right side to Marlowe. Marlowe has the basketball, throws it left side to Baxter, top of the key to Hood. Hood goes right side to Marlowe. Marlowe with it, one dribble now to Baxter over on the left side to Barrett. Barrett had a pretty good JV game for the Red Devils as well. In the right corner, they get it into Kulik. Post-up shot, Kennedy swatted at it. Kulik got his own board, turned around, shot blocked, Kennedy and a foul. 1, 2, 3 chances is 1, 2, 3 too many for a team at any level on the offensive glass.
Boy, he worked hard right there, missed that first shot, but had a nice little spin move right there, got it back, and on the second attempt naturally got fouled across the arms, and he'll be at the free throw line with a couple.
Kulik will shoot 2. First shot up and no good. Boy, it's ugly free throw shooting. Not sending one this to Springfield, Massachusetts for any free throw contest. We'll pick the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Remember the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX as well as online at WMIXsports.com. Guest talk scores, and we have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. This week's question is, can you make a free throw? We've had 5 missed free throws in the quarter. No, that will not be the question. Not that anybody wants to get a hint and get a head start on answering it. Owens with it to Kennedy at the right elbow. He's fouled from behind by Hood on the poke check. Puck was bounced away, Mike, but can't do that in this
it just didn't clear the zone enough right there and got the whistle.
Hey, if you're looking for scores in our broadcast schedule, or you're looking for archives of our audio and video games that we do, go to WMIXsports.com. That's our new website, WMIXsports.com. All kinds of stuff there. Every night we have a scoreboard update. We also have our live Twitter feed that rolls on that front page as well. That gives you all our tweets that we put on there, which includes scores. When we have them, we tweet them, and it goes on there. Owens has the inbound, goes to Harlow on the left wing. Harlow will cram around a pick and roll with Owens, gets in the left corner to Coleman. Coleman will hold and take one dribble to Ross Owens, who is coming into the ballgame. Ross Owens to the right side, right corner. Logan Isaac shot up and in. That is what Logan Isaac will have to hit if Woodlawn wants to make a deep run to help out this team down the stretch.
And Ross Owens knew exactly where he was going with the ball. Nice head and shoulder fake, got some lift on the defender and found Isaac for that stick back on the baseline.
Kulik double team, doesn't matter. You get it to him that close, go to the other end. He's got 6. And timeout Shane Whistle. I don't think Coach Whistle's very happy with the here, Mr. Kulik, do what you want by the rim defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're not squaring up too much on the defensive end. They're siding him on either left or right sides down there and not getting any logical help on the inside. If you front him on the other side, when he curls like that, that's unstoppable. You got to take him, make sure he goes the other way, and you got to get some drop-down guard help. And I think that's what he's going over right now. Ty Coleman doing some talking as well. So, yeah, you got to drop that guard down and help on that double team for him. He's just too big and strong.
Got to drop it down and come start a banking relationship with Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Cardinals have the basketball after the timeout. The Red Devils will press. Owens will trigger the inbound. He'll get it into Coleman as they flip-flop, and Coleman quickly into the front court. Problem is 3-on-3, so he'll throw it back to Owens, and the Cardinals are reset to Isaac to Coleman in the left corner. Coleman holds above his head to Ross Owens. Ross Owens hit a big half-court shot at the end of the first half in the JV game. Owens, Gabe, fadeaway jumper on the right baseline is good. Gabe Owens has 4. He hit the 10 3-pointers the other night. At Carmi set a school record in the game, beating John Koppel's 3-point mark. Sesser-Valier into the front court. That's Reggie Eubanks with it. Coleman physical with Barrett. Barrett throws it right side to Hood. Hood inside to Kulik. Back out in the corner to Eubanks. Right side to Hood. They're going to lob inside Kulik. Backdoor cut at Eubanks. Too close for that pass. Right idea, just too close. 3:55 to go in the first half. Woodlawn leads 16-9. We'll tell you about the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Sesser-Valier with only 2 points in the quarter. That was Kulik on the post-up early. Haven't had anything since. 6 total turnovers, 3 in the first half, now 3 already on the Red Devils. The defense for these two teams have been pretty darn good. Isaac with it on the left wing, Coleman in the left corner. Coleman will get it to Harlow. These guys are going to break a sweat tonight in this gym. Everybody's going to sleep well here. Gabe Owens, long 3 on the way. Good. 3 goggles go up for Gabe Owens. Another 3. It's 19-9. Cardinals by 10. Here comes Lingle to the front court. Coleman to the floor. Lingle throws in the front court. Ross Owens to the floor, out of bounds off of Owens. And it'll go to Sesser-Valier.
My man got them arms out there, didn't he?
Yeah. Ross has got those long old arms. Hasn't grown into that body he is yet. Those arms are long. He had them out there on defense. With it, here comes the Red Devils into the front court. Logan Barrett in the corner. Goes to Reggie Eubanks. Eubanks picks it up. Has to look. Gets it out to Logan Barrett. Barrett with it goes left side. Cody Lingle. Lingle for a 3 on the way. It's no good off the mark. Harlow has the rebound. Harlow will get it to Gabe Owens. He'll bring it up into the front court, guarded by Lingle. Owens will bring it into the front court. To the right wing, around a Coleman screen, to the right baseline, back to Coleman, right wing. Coleman goes to the rim, finds Kulik, bounce pass Isaac off his legs. Just can't make that bounce pass off your shins. You got to get that pass higher to a post player.
Yeah, that's the right idea right there. And Kulik was caught out of position, but boy, you're right. Just that errant pass, just a couple of inches on that bounce. That's a conversion instead of a turnover.
Sesser-Valier with a basketball. 2:51 to go. Red Devils down 10 here to Woodlawn. Denny Czerwinski with Mike Richardson bring you the play-by-play here tonight. Hood goes to the rim. Now he got, you see anything that looks suspect to make him travel?
Just a 185-pound kid chasing after you a little bit.
Well, bumped him off the puck a little bit. Probably, I'll say this, we still caught like this, should have been a foul on Woodlawn.
Yes.
Hateman down the lane, now throws it back out to Harlow, top of the key. Harlow with it in the right corner to Coleman. Coleman, baseline, cut off, now pull-up jumper from 12, no good. Isaac Kulik fight for it. Isaac got it, stepped on the baseline, out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Red Devils. Credit Sesser-Valier as they figure it out. We're at the top of the hour. Let's pause for station identification here on the showcase.
This is 50,000 watts of the award-winning Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation.
Back here to the sauna known as Sides Gym. Denny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. 19-9, Woodlawn up by 10. Red Devils have the basketball. Hood on the right wing, holds above his head, out to Van Way. Van Way with it inside to Kulik. He'll go over Isaac, shot no good. Rebound tip, Coleman, Isaac. Coleman back into Kulik, off his hands. Oh my, what a play. Kulik still was able to get a hand on it after Coleman threw it to him, and then Kulik threw it away. Owens gets it from Isaac, and Gabe will bring it into the front court to Coleman on the right wing. Coleman with it. We'll throw it to Isaac over on the left corner to Hateman. Now to Owens. Free ball straight on is no good off the mark. Rebound fought for it. Hateman. Owens has it. Owens in the corner. Now gets it to Hateman. Left wing. Isaac free throw line. Shot good. Logan Isaac with another mid-range jumper. It's 21-9, and we got a foul on Ty Coleman. Too much body. And that'll raise the Bronx cheer from in front of us.
Good defense, right idea right there. Wasn't the arms reaching him, but he just sort of chested him up just a little bit, let everybody know he was still in the building.
21-9, Cardinals by 12 with 90 seconds to go in the first half. Stay tuned for that Red Lake College halftime show. Ty Coleman, the pilfer to Hateman. Hateman missed the layup, and Cole Owens is going to get a reach-in foul. Oh, my goodness. Ty Coleman with another strip steal, and the pilfer got another one, but Woodlawn couldn't convert.
Boy, couldn't convert right there, and boy, you make the layup. You don't get the fifth foul here in the quarter. 1:24 to go. Not in the bonus yet, but, you know, you just hate squandering good opportunities.
With it across the timeline. Red Devils have it stolen away. Hateman stole it away from Marlowe. Here comes Owens. 1:14 to go in this sauna. These guys are dripping with sweat. It's going to be hard to keep this floor dry in the second half. Harlow at the free throw line gives to Hateman. Now fakes that. Turnaround jumper from 15 contested off the glass. Bad shot, rebound Cooley. Forced it that time. Didn't have it. Marlowe bring it, lost it. Coleman deked him a little bit there. Marlowe lost the dribble, went out of bounds.
And that's one thing Ty Coleman, we've talked about his defense all year long and how well he's really worked his feet and his footwork. And right there, that's like you said, the deke of the defense, knowing what's going to happen, and made an unforced error out of it.
It's one of those deals where Ty Coleman's got a lot of speed, but he's hit the weight room, and he's made him stronger. He's able to take more contact and go with people with that speed. Hateman, top of the key, gets it to Isaac. We got all kinds of bumping going on underneath. Good luck being traffic cop down there, and there's been a foul called. And that foul was on Kulik. He was trying to just bump a cutter or two, nothing wrong.
Yeah, there was more than one involved with that right there for sure.
Yeah. You can't blame him because they were bumping cutters. You can't do anything about that. That's just basketball these days in this, day and age with all the physical play that goes on. Owens at the line to shoot two. Are you kidding me? Shot two. Missed 1-1, actually. Both teams are 0 of 6 on the free throw line. Jordan Gunner with the rebound. Top of the key. That's thrown away, but it's tipped off of Woodlawn. And with the basketball, we think some of our listeners all over Jefferson County tweeting and texting us. And here come the Red Devils across the timeline. With the basketball, at the top of the key is Hood. He'll throw it right side to Eubanks. Eubanks with it. Throws it. Harlow seals it. Eubanks tries to get it back. Hateman tips it to Harlow. Harlow around Gunner. Shot no good, and Harlow will go to line. Foul on Gunner. Hey, we'll send around the collection basket and try to make some free throws here. What do you think?
Well, Chase Phelps starts the game off with 2 free throws, and you're right, Danny. Ever since, it's 0 for 6. And Chris Harlow, last time he was at the charity stripe, he had the trifecta. He was 0 for 3.
Well, it's not been pretty. It's not been pretty, the free throw line. 21-9, Cardinals on top with 19.8 seconds to go in the first half. With locations 9 at Dix, 2 in Mount Vernon, 1 in Woodlawn, Community First Bank of the Heartland's proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Free throw missed, he'll get another. It's in his head. Got to get it out of there. Welcome to our friends in Perry County, Pinckneyville as well, Waltonville listening in. Thank you for listening here on WMIX. Chris Harlow will shoot another free throw. That one's short. Rebound goes to Harlow. Stay at the free throw line. Shot from, of course. He just missed 2 free throws, gets the rebound back to him, makes one from the free throw line. Go figure, because you're not thinking about it. 23-9. Sesser-Valier with it. Eubanks right, left side. Now down the lane. Eubanks on the right wing. Shot fake, throws up a 3 at the horn. Glass no good, and that's the way the first half will end. Woodlawn 23, Sesser-Valier 9. We'll take a break, come back with the Red Lake College halftime show. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fierk. Look at your next rad weather. Windy tonight with periods of rain and thunderstorms. Some of the storms will be severe with damaging wind gusts and hail, even an isolated tornado, low only 54. Windy, much colder tomorrow, variably cloudy. Temperatures falling into the 30s by the end of the day. Partly cloudy, brisk and colder tomorrow night. Down to 23. And brisk and cold for Thursday. Sunshine mixing with some clouds, high 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
We're all pressed for time. Work keeps piling up on your desk, the kids have practice, and you have to find time for dinner. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square and Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. With all the miles you put on your vehicle, it's easy to forget about servicing your vehicle. Allow me to introduce 2 websites to make your service experience even easier. At FordSquare.com and KingCityChrysler.com, you can schedule your service appointment online. You tell us what you need and we will make it happen. Or if you're really on the go, try our new Express Lube at King City Chrysler with no appointment necessary. It's that simple. Ford Square 1501 Broadway and King City Chrysler 1603 Broadway of Mount Vernon. Find us online or on Facebook.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
People's National Bank understands how much small businesses mean to a community. That's why we have been supporting the local economy of Southern Illinois for over 100 years by providing commercial loans to area businesses. And our loan decisions are made right here in Southern Illinois. Hi, my name is Joe Gliosi, commercial banker for People's National Bank in beautiful Mount Vernon, Illinois. Stop by 413 South 34th Street to find out what a true community bank is all about. People's National Bank, proudly supporting local businesses since 1909.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Red Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
Red Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100-degree certificate programs is right for you. Woodlawn leads Sesser-Valier at the half, 23-9. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back with scoring and stats from this one, as well as some scores from around the area as well. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXSports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Halftime at Woodlawn. Sesser-Valier trails Woodlawn 23-9 on the Red Lake College Halftime Show. At Red Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. See which program is right for you. Let's see how the stats work and how we got to this 23-9 Woodlawn lead. Mike, how did it get to this way?
Thank you very much, Dan. Well, we will tell the listeners how this did. Sesser-Valier Red Devils coming in tonight's contest with an overall record of 8-12. They had 10 turnovers. That was sort of an issue, especially pretty clean first quarter with only 3, but 7 in that second quarter, 10 for the half, only 8 rebounds. Justin Kulik leading the way there with 4, and just poor shooting. 3 of 9 regular, 1 of 6 behind the arc, and they made that with their first shot out of the ball game. Actually, it was. So 4 out of 15 total shooting, 27%. Won't get it done here tonight for sure, that shooting. 0 for 2 at the free throw line. They put 2 guys in the scoring column. Derek Hood made his first shot. That was 1 out of 2 behind the arc for his 3 points. And the senior, Justin Kulik, what a job he's done. He is 3 out of 7 shooting. 0 for 2 at the free throw line, leads the team in rebounding with 4. He has 6 points. That totals 9 for the Red Devils. And for the Woodlawn Cardinals, they'll shoot it a lot better, but a little bit. But they have 16 rebounds. That's been a big difference in the game. Two team rebounds, 14 individually. Chris Harlow, 5, leading the way for the Cardinals. Only 3 turnovers. So you're going to see a disparity here in shots. They were 9 out of 19 regular shooting, 1 of 7 behind the arc. That totals 10 out of 26. A little better field goal percentage, 38% for the Cardinals. But, boy, I tell you what, 25% at the free throw line, only 2 of 8. Very uncharacteristic of the Cardinals shooting, only 2 of 8. At that free throw line, they put 5 guys in the scoring column off the bench. Chase Phelps had the only 2 free throws. Had a couple of guys, Matt Kennedy off the bench with 4, and Chris Harlow on that last stick back, he has 4. Logan Isaac, 3 out of 4 behind or inside on that baseline, his favorite shot. He has 6 points. And Gabe Owens hit a 3. He's 2 for 3 regular shooting for 7 as he leads the Cardinals in scoring here at half as the Woodlawn Cardinals lead 23-9 at the half.
JV score tonight, Woodlawn 149-36. Halftime, Hamilton County leads Benton 28-23 in boys basketball. Carbondale over Murphy 15-2 at the end of 1. Halftime, Fairfield over Wayne City 32-17. And at the end of 1, T-Town leads Charleston. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Auto insurance is complex, but Scott Owens makes it simple with friendly advice, the right level of protection, and the discounts you should deserve. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. We need to take a break. Our final one here on the Red Lake College halftime show. Red Lake College offers over 100-degree certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu.com. Let's take a break, come back. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the showcase on WMIX.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Drive home the savings. Get the auto insurance protection you need at a price you can afford. When you get a car insurance quote, your State Farm agent Scott Owens will help you get all the discounts you deserve and give you 3 different package options to choose from. Or you can customize your coverage so it's the perfect fit. With all this, it's clear why more drivers trust State Farm more than any other auto insurer. Get to a better state. See Scott Owens on 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Let's go through that social media. Halftime here, Woodlawn leads Sesser-Valier 23-9. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We just put some new content on there as well, talking to some people. And also we're on Twitter, at WMIX Sports. We're tweeting scores, updates, and that Twitter scores. Those tweets always show up at WMIXsports.com. Fresh and ready to go. Mike, a first half of great defense, I think, for both teams. When you hold one team to 23, another team to 9, neither team's getting much because everybody knows each other so well. Expect the same in the second half.
Yeah, poor shooting is definitely a cause from that defense that both teams have put on display here tonight. And I watch the conditions. It is hot. There's no doubt about that. But, man, everybody's playing hard out there on the floor right now, and they definitely got their footwork going on defensively, and that's why it's led to such a poor shooting first half. Guys get a little tired, or maybe them shots will start falling a little bit more, and maybe they'll start slipping a few picks. But trust me, the picks tonight, all the sets have been pretty hard. So everybody's got to know each other pretty well in the first half of action.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of knowing somebody pretty well, Community First Bank, where you're not a number or credit score, you're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank for the Heartland will stand by you. Woodlawn will have the basketball to start the second half, and starters for everybody. As Hateman has it on the right wing. He's been quiet tonight. To Coleman, top of the key. Hateman, Coleman, back to Hateman, to Coleman on the right wing. Coleman with it holds, and he'll look over the defense. Here comes Hateman. Down the lane, now shoots shot. Good. Well, that didn't take long to get me quiet, did it? He knocks down a shot, tells me I'll not be quiet. 25-9, Cardinals by 16.
Got to the elbow. That's where he likes to shoot that little jumper.
Lingo goes left, now gets it back to Marlowe near the center circle. Marlowe throws it left side to Baxter in the corner to Lingo. Lingo with it, steps in, now back out to Hood, now out top of the key to Marlowe in the corner, Baxter. Baxter with it out to Lingo on the left side, and now goes in the corner, Derek Hood. Hood back to Marlowe, long three left wing, short, hits the floor out of bounds. All-Stars and Stitches, if you need T-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, community organization, or business, see Big David All-Stars and Stitches at West Benton High School. Call 435-5555. Woodlawn with the basketball. Sesser-Valier has had one field goal now in 8 minutes in the second, and almost two more here in the third. Owens for a three in the left corner. It rattles off. Hamenheim for the rebound. Throws it out. Bump knees. He loses the basketball. Lingo has it. Gets it to Marlowe. Marlowe bringing it across the timeline. Hateman is okay as Marlowe brings it across. Splits two defenders. Now dribbles around, gets bumped, and a foul. Yep. Got a foul. I agree with it. It was a foul. It's on Coleman his first. You can check when there's ice, not when there's hardwood.
Yes, that was good communications right there for both officials. And they both had a good look at it, one from front and one from behind, and they just wanted to verify that's exactly what it was.
Yep, good call by the official. They raised their hands, they both flew, they looked at each other, got the call right. Hood for a three on the inbounds pass, shot no good, rebound Owens. Boy, Sesser-Valier cannot get one to fall. Owens gets it into Isaac, a length of the court pass, layup good. Well, they've done that a time or two. Isaac sprints down the floor, is rewarded for his hustle, 27-9. It's always good to see a post player get rewarded like that. Marlowe across the timeline, right side to Hood. Hood to Marlowe on the right wing. Marlowe gets it into Kulik. Uh-oh, that's two. Isaac backs off. Kulik misses the layup. Kulik fights for it, can't find it. Lingo with it in the corner. Some stop to the rim travel. Yeah, he tried the jump stop, Mike, but he came down on both feet, pitter-pattered, and that's a travel.
You know, that's just, we have had so many discussions about the dreaded jump stop. You know, if you're going to go ahead and shoot it, fine. But when you come back down on it and you want them then attempt to pass, I'm sorry. I can't have it both ways.
That's a Euro step.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I got a guy for you to argue that. I'll tell you later. That's the Euro step. That's what I've heard. Isaac on the left wing for the Cardinals, who lead 27-9. Thanks to Executive Director Greg Hale, the SIJHSAA listening tonight as well. Owens for a three left wing off the mark. Rebound, Harlow skies over it. Turnaround jumper, left block, no good. Rebound, Kulik. Kulik swings an elbow, and he's going to get called. Yep. Kulik he was frustrated on this end down here because he missed the layup. He carried over the frustration, had the basketball mic and the rebound, and should just let it go, but he threw the elbow.
Anytime. It's just basketball's changed in that regard. You don't even have to be in the neighborhood. You do it on purpose like that, under control yourself, you're going to be whistled for a foul.
Isaac goes up for a shot off the glass and scores. Well, that was pretty with the kiss. 29-9, Cardinals by 20. Across the timeline, Sesser-Valier. Coleman's going to get caught in the cookie jar. And that's Ty Coleman's fourth, and he'll probably have to sit for a while. Shane Witzel already looking down his bench. I can tell you Mike and I will pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Crossroads Community Hospital, Whiteway Hours, and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges to be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Hood to trigger the inbound underneath their basket. Looks top of the key out to Lingo behind the volleyball line, the attack line as we know it. With it on the left side is Hood. Long three on the way, no good. Owens with the rebound. Gabe will throw it out to Kennedy. Kennedy to Isaac. Layup, no good. Rebound Isaac. Kulik tears it away. And Isaac's going to get called for the hold as the frustration on Justin Kulik is growing and growing. Isaac gets the foul.
And that was the proper call right there, too. Isaac, frustration of missing that shot, but yet Kulik had the clean rebound, and then Isaac had no alternative but to foul him right there.
Lingo with it in on the inbounds in the backcourt. 5 minutes to go in the third. Woodlawn leads 29-9 with the basketball. Across the timeline, Lingo. Lingo to the top of the key, gets it to Marlowe. Marlowe will throw it right side to Hood. Hood's done a lot of running tonight. His jersey is dripping. Kulik pick and roll, layup good. There's Justin Kulik. He has 8 for the Red Devils. It's 29-11. Red Devils went a long time without a field goal. With it on the right side is Hateman. Hateman to the free throw lane. Bounce past Kennedy. Right layup. Good. That was pretty. Kennedy with 6. 31-11. More scores start to roll in. We'll get a scoreboard update here in just a moment. Within the right corner, 3 ball on the way is no good. Rebound to the floor. Hateman has it for the Cardinals. Hateman gets it back to Owens with 4:10 to go in the third. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, King City Chrysler. It's how Mike and I got to the ball game. Well, also, if you're listening to us on the internet, go to WMIXsports.com. Score schedules, archives of our audio and video, and every night we have a scoreboard when there's games going on. Hateman with it, top of the key. Throws it to Harlow on the right side. He drives on Hood. Hood stops him. Harlow throws it back out to Kennedy. Thought about the three. Gets it to Isaac to Hateman in the left corner. Hateman triple threat position. One dribble to Owens on the right side to Harlow. Harlow with it with 3:40. Woodlawn being very patient, running their offense. They get to Isaac. Isaac will hold, and now back out to Kennedy, top of the key. Kennedy will get it to Hateman. Hateman in the corner to Harlow. Harlow with it to Owens. Owens with it, now to Hateman. Now in the corner to Isaac. Woodlawn being very patient on this particular possession as Kennedy goes to Harlow. The Pythons rapid. Harlow with it on the wing. Tries to split and does 2 defenders. Isaac on the right side. It is sweaty and it is hot, and that basketball's bouncing around. Harlow. Hateman to the right side. Harlow now top of the key. Pull in from 15. Shot good. That's amazing. He can't hit a free throw, but he gets to the area and still makes it because he's not thinking about it. 33-11. Woodlawn by 22. That's a double dribble on Marlowe. Scoreboard update. T-Town over Charleston to half 32-20. Neoga over Cumberland 27-21. Pana over Vandalia 28-12 at the half. And Mount Vernon Lady Rams trails Centralia 15-10 the second quarter. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Ask him why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. They have great service and discounts like their good neighbor, State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Cardinals with a basketball up to turnover. Robinson has it. He'll throw it to the right side. That's to Owens. Inside to Robinson. That's a foul. Too much body that time on Reggie Eubanks. His first, team second.
Seen a little shifting in the shirt right there from one side to the other. So
pretty
easy call to make.
Here comes an inbound. Hateman into Robinson. To Ross Owens, who has come in. Now to Hateman on the right wing with 2:33 to go. Cardinals lead 33-11. Hateman in the right corner out to Owens. Owens throws left side to Kennedy. Kennedy now top of the key to Hateman on the right side to Owens. Owens will look and comes to the elbow. Now to Hateman. Left elbow jumper is on the way. It's no good. Rebound to the floor to Jordan Gunter. Gunter with it. Gets it up to Barrett. Barrett will bring it into the front court. Barrett goes right side and leaves it for Baxter. Baxter with it. Top of the key. Baxter down the lane. Shot. No good as Hood got down the lane as he got it from Baxter, and Hood will go to the line and shoot 2. I have to say this. The Sesser-Valier Red Devils are not giving up any stretch of imagination. They're gutting this thing out, especially on the defensive side of the floor.
Oh, their defense has been superb tonight. It's just the offensive struggles we talked about. Just not been able to put the ball in the basket. Poor shot selection at times, and sometimes it just don't fall. It's just one of those things that happen.
Second free throw is also good. Hood hits them both. Hey, I'm just happy to see somebody make a free throw here tonight.
On the streak now.
It got ugly there for a while. Owens will bring it across the timeline. That's Ross. Ross has it. Will get it on the right side to Hateman. Hateman with it to Robinson in the corner. Robinson inside to Hateman. Shot fakes 2 guys as 2 Devils fly by. Hateman gets the layup. It's 35-13 Cardinals with 1:38 to go in the quarter.
And a nice patient pass by Jake Robinson on that play as well.
Oh, it's very patient. Waited, and then more patience by Hateman to get the layup. With the basketball. Down the lane, Eubanks kicks in the corner. Jordan Gunner. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound goes to Baxter. Baxter with it on the right side. Now to Hood on the top of the key. And a shot blocked by Kennedy out of bounds. And it will be Sesser-Valier basketball as the ball goes off the frame. We play along here on social media. We are on Twitter at WMIX Sports. That's what we got tweeting going on. Reggie Eubanks drives the lane, posts up, tries to get Robinson, can't find anything, double team, gets it out on the right wing to Logan Barrett. Barrett holds above his head, looks and looks, gets in the right corner to Jordan Gunner. Gunner with it. Gunner looks. Gunner spins, comes out, Looks, now throws the top of the key to Hood. Hood with it to Gunner. Gunner with it. Won't go around the screen. Now gets in the corner. Derek Hood. 3 on the way from Hood. Up, no good. Rattles around. Tipped around. SV has it. We got 2 bodies to the floor. Reggie Eubanks and Jake Robinson go to the floor. They kind of share a laugh as they were tangled up. No foul. Rebound goes to Woodlawn.
Yeah, it's a long rebound. Ricochet. Karam's out of bounds, and obviously there's nothing anybody can do. Nobody touched it, so it was just a missed shot that goes out of bounds.
Yep. That's one of those deals there where you just kind of go, what? And you play on. Here at the basketball, helps with it on the left wing to Robinson, top of the key. To Owens on the right side. Owens has it. That's Ross. And they get it out to Kennedy, top of the key. 25 seconds as Gabe has it on the right wing. Gabe with it on the dribble. Goes out top of the key. Free throw line extended. Owens comes back to the left. Owens will throw back to Ross Owens there on that right side. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. The locations at 9 at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Phelps pick and roll. Robinson layup good at the horn. Wow. Textbook basketball. And of 3/4. Woodlawn 37, SV 13. We'll take a break and come back for more. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
37-13. Denny Czerwinski with Mike Richardson alongside. As we play along here in the 4th quarter, Red Devils have the basketball trailing 37-13. Inside pass tipped out. Kennedy was not going to allow that to happen on that defensive trip. All defense tonight by Woodlawn. Sesser's had open looks, but boy, the defense has been tight.
That's another facet of the Cardinals. We've known about their offensive prowess at times behind the arc and then working for that quality shot inside. But the defense has never waned tonight, I tell you. It has not wavered one bit. It has been sound, and what a tremendous pass right there by Chase Phelps.
Robinson couldn't finish the layup. With the basketball, here come the Red Devils on the left side. Logan Barrett down the lane, kicks it Kulik, catch, shot, foul, scored. Kulik made a nice catch and scores. He goes into double digits. He's had an outstanding night. Credit the senior. He is going to be nice at the next level in football.
Oh, you better believe it'll be fun following his career like that and, trying to put an exclamation point here on his high school basketball career. So I've enjoyed watching him play the game of basketball as well.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Also, we'll tell you that Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Kulik finishes a three-point play. He's got 11. He has 11 of the 16 Red Devils points. Woodlawn with the basketball. Owens up to the right side. Now throws in the front court left side to Hateman. To a cutting Kennedy down the lane. Gets it to Isaac in the baseline. Gets it to Harlow, top of the key. 3 ball on the way. No good off the mark. Rebound goes to Vanway. Vanway kicks it over to Lingle. He'll bring it into the front court. 7 minutes to go in the game. Lingle across the timeline. Kicks it left side. Gets it on the top of the key to Marlowe. Marlowe with it on the wing. Shot from 3 on the way is good. Marlowe knocks down a 3, and it's Sesser-Valier down 37-19. Red Devils kick that basketball and goes the other way. Hateman with it to Harlow. Harlow with it to Owens. Owens to Kennedy. Kennedy goes left corner to Hateman. Hateman to Harlow. Now back to Owens, top of the key. 6.5 to go in the ball game here at Woodlawn with the Cardinals leading 37-19. Owens to the top of the key. Owens down the lane. Glass shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot up no good in the foul. And Owens will go to the line to shoot two. We got some scores that have rolled in from around the area as they keep coming in around Southern Illinois. End of three quarters at Benton. Benton and Hamilton County tied at 36. It is South Central over Brownstown 48-40 after three. It is Grayville over Clay City 10-1, 21-20. Owens hits the first free throw. Waltonville leads Odin at the end of three, 50-29, and Mount Carmel over Lawrenceville 40-20. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give them a call, 242-3770, to get to a better state. Gabe Owens knocks down a three. It's 39-19, and the domination continues here for Woodlawn. Mr. Richardson.
Yeah, he's good at the free throw line right there, converts out. Hey, we've got a streak on free throws. We got 5 in a row.
Hey, the way the first half went, I was getting worried.
Stand back.
The Elks Hoop Shoot was not going to interview anybody here the way that free throw streak was going.
They were safe this season.
Trigger from the Red Devils underneath their own basket. Lingle reverse layup. Oh, just not enough. Just couldn't quite get underneath and crawl up over that rim. With the basketball and the rebound is the Woodlawn Cardinals. That's Hateman in the left corner. Hateman with it. We'll throw it to Owens. To Hateman in the black glass. Shot good off the glass. He has 6, and it's 41-19 Cardinals, and there's a foul on Owens. Too aggressive in the back court. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We're talking with some people. Nice to see a lot of you have liked us in the last couple of weeks, and we want some more people liking us as well. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We are tweeting stuff now as we speak. Lingo with a basketball, throws it left side. That is to Marlowe. Marlowe in the left wing to Barrett. He'll launch a three on the way. It's good. Logan Barrett knocks down a three for the Red Devils. It's 41-22. With a basketball, Hateman will bring it across the top. Actually, to Harlow. Sesser-Valier goes 2-2-1. Woodlawn breaks it easy, and he gets it to Isaac to Harlow. Left side to Owens. Long three on the way. Good. Three goggles go up for Gabe Owens. It's 44-22. Cardinals by 22 with 5:15 to go in the game. With it on the right side. Here comes a three on the way from Vanway. Is good. Jacob Vanway hits a three. Did that go in?
I don't think that did not go in.
That did not go in. No.
Now we're going to have a big discussion. Yeah. The basket didn't go in.
Right. It did not go in. I don't think it went in. Oh, Gabe Owens grabbed it. Did it go in? They said it did, correct?
Oh, wow.
Yep. They're going to call three. And Vanway will get credit. Vanway, number 12, okay. Yes. Vanway will get credit for the shot. With the basketball, Hateman had to go through the 5-hole. I can say that now that hockey season's going on. And that's happening. With that, I'll remind you of with locations in Ina Dix, 2 in Mount Vernon, 1 in Woodlawn. Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Tipped out of bounds by Harlow. Will stay with Woodlawn on the left wing. And we can remind you about the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com, 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. Scores, guests, talk, and scoreboard update, as well as at WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Justin Kulik with another outstanding post move. It's 44-27. Red Devils down by 17, and they pressure. Owens to Isaac through his hands, stolen away by Kulik. Kulik will give it off to Lingle. He'll come down the lane, goes with another jump stop, kicks it right wing. Three no good from Barrett. Rebound to the left side. Weak side goes to Vanway. Vanway to Lingle on the right side. He'll throw it out top of the key. He'll go left side in the corner. Vanway another three on the way. It's no good. Rebound Owens. Owens has it. And we have a timeout. Shane Whistle going to call a full timeout. I think it's a good call, Mike, because you can see some things unraveling here.
Yeah, just a little bit of perspiration on the arms. Don't have to bring out the magic powder. That's all there is to it when you get into this weather conditions the way it is here in this steamy gym tonight. And Shane's going to call a timeout and just settle them down, making the press. Either break the press and totally set it up or go ahead and attack. They're sort of being caught in between right now and doing things like that. Consequently, 2 straight turnovers on the possessions that the Cardinals have, and he didn't like what he was seeing there at that time.
We're at the bottom of the hour. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Showcase.
This is 50,000 watts of the award-winning Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation.
We remind you of these Saturdays. I already did the Saturday Sports Show. Hey, we're on WMIXSports.com. That's our new website. We have scores, our broadcast schedule, as well as we have our archives of both our audio and video games that we do. And, boy, we do a lot of them around here at WMIX Sports. So I go to WMIXSports.com. That's the website. We'll also have a scoreboard update each and every night. And our Twitter feed runs constantly on there as far as scores and updates. As Woodlawn tries to inbound the basketball, Logan Barrett tips it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Woodlawn Cardinals. It is a hot one here in Sides Gymnasium, and that ball is going to be hard to hold on to. I don't care how new of a bottom ball it is. Arlo gets it into Kennedy. He'll bring it into the front corner on the left-hand dribble. He'll throw in the left corner to Isaac. Isaac will hold Owens on the left wing, and they play. Owens with it on that left side. Down the lane he goes, left wing Harlow. Harlow throws, top of the key, Kennedy. Kennedy with it inside, and that's stolen away. Stolen away by Marlowe. Marlowe has it. He'll come the other way. Marlowe will bring it into the front court. Hits it off the top of the key. Lingle for a three. It's on the way. It's good. Sesser-Valier has 3 threes in the quarter. It's 44-30. They're quietly crawling back into this game.
Well, they've never give up defensively. They've committed some turnovers right there. There's a blocking foul right in front of us. But Woodlawn's committed 4 turnovers here in a row, and it's caused some havoc given up real quick. That's 10 points off of turnovers by Sesser-Valier, and that's from not giving up in this ballgame.
Harlow will throw it into Owens in the backcourt. Marlowe's all over him. Woodlawn has had a couple games this year where they've had big leads, and the other team has crawled back, kind of like Sesser-Valier is doing now. Owens to Kennedy, and it tipped out of bounds. Shane Witzel is not ready with his hands and went off his legs, and he's catching some heat from the team. Was not have his hands ready, and that ball bounced out of bounds, and Chip Basso wants a full timeout. 44-30, Woodlawn on top as the Red Devils take a timeout. I'll remind you about Community First Bank of the Heartland. With more Jefferson County locations than anyone else, locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County. Mike, I think for Woodlawn, this is a good game for Sesser-Valier as well. You got a situation, 2 teams know each other. You're not going to get anything easy, number one. And number two, hot, sweaty night. Both these teams, as it goes on to late February, hopefully early March for both of them, you're going to play in some weather and conditions like this as you play later in the season.
Which, the way the score now is dictated coaching styles right here. This is a coaching moment. Woodlawn wants to hold on to a lead and work on getting the ball up against the press and getting an immediate set and taking care of the basketball, knowing Sesser eventually is going to have to commit to start fouling. Chip Basso, now his coaching moment right here in front of us is, hey, we got to keep getting turnovers. We knock down another 3, we're right in the ball game. We get it down to 3 or 4 possessions. You got 3 minutes to go. There's a lot of things can happen. So the score has dictated how these coaches are playing this game, the final 3-17. It's sort of fun to watch.
Oh, it is fun to watch as the coaches work on some things here tonight. Woodlawn will trigger the basketball in front of their own bench. With it is Gabe Owens on the left wing. Gabe Owens will dribble to the top of the key. He will pass off on the right wing to Kennedy, to Harlow. They lose the basketball. Kennedy ends up with it. Kennedy will throw it to Owens, top of the key. And you see a lot of different things going on here as this bouncing basketball is starting to sweat a little bit. You can see people struggling with it as Owens goes down the lane, gets to Harlow, top of the key. Carlo drives on the shot to the lane, scores. Harlow with 8, and it's 46-30. Cardinals by 16. With 2.5 to go. The Red Devils with the basketball. They're the other way. Inside pass to Kulig. Throws in a shot. No good. Logan flopped that time. You're not going to get a charge like that. Harlow has it on the right side. Harlow goes, and that's a block, and that'll be on Vanway, his second. That'll be the third on Sesser-Valier as we play along.
Chris Harlow, that will be out of bounds.
Right. Was not a shot. And right now we'll tell you the Cardinals will trigger box set, and Gabe Owens threw it to somebody who zigged instead of zagged. Unfortunately, somebody didn't get the memo, and that was an ugly inbound.
No eligibility left on that front row of the bleachers over there, I can tell you that.
Eligibility left some of them And they don't have it anymore. With it on the right wing for the Red Devils is Lingle into the corner. That's to Marlowe. Top of the key to Hood. Left side, Logan Barrett. Shot fake on Heyman. Drives baseline. Throws it up to Kulik. That's safe. Fake shot. Good. Kulik has 7 in the quarter. And it's 46-32. Cardinals on top by 14. Not what Woodlawn wants to finish strong before they go to Sisney. Owens comes across the timeline. Loses the basketball, stolen away by Marlowe. Marlowe throws up a shot. Hateman goes to the ground, and this is getting rather interesting. Body's starting to go everywhere. It's a hot night, it's a slick floor, and getting a little chippy here at the end.
Holding on to the basketball right now is at a premium.
Well, you hope that players can get out of here with tearing something up without slipping on the floor, and now we're going to need some fouls. Too many bodies went down and sweated a whole lot, and we're going to have to wipe the floor. While they do that, we'll tell you, you can come start a banking relationship with Community First Bank where you won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland, welcome back to Personal Banking locations in Ina Dix Woodlawn and 2 in Mount Vernon as they will wipe up the hustle, perspiration, and whatnot with 1:49 to go in the game. Stay tuned for the Sesser Auto Body post-game show. We'll have scoring and stats from this one. We'll also pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. Inbounds pass goes to Kulik in the corner. He swaps away, takes it to the rim. Shot block, Gabe Owens. Owens has it back, and he'll bring it up into the front court. Double team, gets it left to Hateman. Hateman shot fake, pass fake actually to Harlow. Logan Isaac goes up for a shot. Oh, hard to the floor. Hope he's okay. Logan Isaac landed hard on his back, and he is trying to catch his wind. And that's a blocking foul. Logan Isaac is hopefully going to be able to shoot two as he is lying prone on the floor, holding his back. And we hope that Logan's able to get up.
That's one of them things. It was just a hard play.
Yep.
No, just hard baseline move right there and got up in midair and just a block-out check. Nothing wrong with that play whatsoever. Just sort of landed awkwardly. Wasn't able to brace himself at all on the fall and just sort of hit on that, looks like on that right side of his hip.
Yep, he probably got the wind knocked out of him too. But we'll go through some scores and wait for Logan to get up. 52-22, Payne over Vandalia, end of 3. Fairfield over Wayne City, 45-23, end of 3. Benton and Hamilton County are tied at 36, end of 3. At the half, Goreville leads Chester, 35-29. At the half, Effingham leads Newton, 17-13. In girls basketball, Centray over Mount Vernon, 28-14 at the half. At the half, Grayville over Clay City, 43-37. And Lawrenceville trails Mount Carmel. Boys play 40-20 at the half. And at the end of 3, Waltonville led Odin 50-29. And at the half, Christopher over Trico 33-31. At the half, it is also Carbondale over Murphy 36-14. And at the half, T-Town over Charleston 32-20. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give them a call, 242-3770, to get to a better stay. We can also tell you T-Town leads Charleston now at the end of 3, 46-35, and St. Elmo over Dietrich at the half, 31-20. Logan Isaac is still down, moving around. He's moving everything. And when you go for a shot like that and somebody moves on you and you flop down on this hardwood, it's going to take some time for that wind to come back and you to get your feeling and things here.
Oh, absolutely, and it's I mean, that's just what we're seeing right here. He's moving arms and legs and got his knees up now, and it's just that power landing like that and just knocking the air totally out of your system, and not alone the pain, but now taking that first deep breath and getting some air going in you that, while you're down there, you might as well, get all of it before you stand up. And he's, a couple of guys are sort of giggling there in front of us. We see a little bit. So it's going to take just a little while for him to get composed himself. So
we'll talk and tell you as they get things ready to go. And Logan is still down underneath the rim, and we'll have a... Nope, now he's going to try to get up. Maybe not. He'll check. He's going to sit up. Boy, he took a shot. He sits up. It's one of those that's going to lead. We can also tell you Belleville East is up 44-31 on Altoff in the late third quarter in the Battle of Belleville. Logan Isaac's sitting up now, talking to Shane Witzel and Scott Owens, the coaches for Woodlawn. a Saturday sports show every Saturday morning on AM 940, WMIX, as well online at WMIXsports.com. We always have interesting guest topics to discuss. We always have a scoreboard update, and we also will have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. No, I can't give hints.
No hints.
We have an interesting couple of topics to talk about this week. Coach will have some coaches on and stuff. We've got an interesting topic or two to discuss that we'll talk about on the Saturday sports show. And now we have some personnel in to look at Logan Isaac. And you see the players standing around and some hands on heads as it has gotten very quiet here in Sides Gymnasium. It's both today everybody talks. Trico has defeated Christopher tonight, 51-40, and now some more people are moving in. Superintendent David Larkin from Woodlawn High School moving in, as is Sesser-Valier basketball coach Chip Basso, and I think they're just kind of talking or whatever about what's going on, and who knows what may happen here.
Yeah, they might not want to move him at all after all, and I think that's probably what's taking place right now.
Yeah, there's caution in this thing in day and age.
Yeah, Mr. Larkin's on the phone, so
yeah,
we may have a little bit of a longer pause here than we thought.
Now, Christopher loses at home tonight, 51-43, and people start talking and running around. And Logan is in some significant pain here. And both teams are standing. Sesser-Valier, their players are over by the bench toweling off on this very hot night. And right now, the Woodlawn players, the starters, are around Logan Isaac on the floor. And a couple more people have slipped down to try to check on Logan. And this is one of those deals, Mike, you see this a lot more in football, I think, where you have injuries. And that game is so physical and it wound up and exciting. Somebody gets hurt, it's going to be very difficult to come back and play football. This is one of them examples here. There's still a minute 33 left to try to have to come back and play a game here in this last time after this delay.
Well, and then also when Chris Harlow sort of bumped knees at Heron, a game we had. And, I mean, initially things were looking pretty bad, and then we saw him limp off right in front of us that night. And, he came back and you get these stingers, and you hear a lot, like you mentioned, in a football game, and there's just no reason not to take chances on anything like this. That's why we have a medical staff, here in Woodlawn and through the fire department and things of that nature, and probably I'd say some of them are on their way, just to make sure that he's sort of mobilized and get things checked out. And looks like they're going to get maybe a cold towel or something for him while he's laying there in a little bit.
Well, what happened, as we mentioned, Logan Isaac went up for a shot on the left baseline. As he went up, the defender moved on him a little bit, and he went to the ground. And when he went to the ground, he hit hard. And, I mean, it wasn't a soft landing. It's one of those, he was a little, when the player moved, he kind of fell to the ground out of control. And you can hear, as we'll talk, and we start talking as we start going on. Yep. And we start talking here. And we start looking around as Logan Isaac goes up to the rim, comes back down to the ground. And because of that, he goes down to the ground, bounces hard. He was moving around. He has been moving around. He's been talking. He's been conscious through the whole thing. But I think at this point, Mike, it's going to be a matter of caution at this point.
Yeah, as we mentioned, we seen when they set him up, I mean, he was earlier in pain and still is, but he had a little bit of a grin on his face. And you've seen that from some of his buddies right there, patting him on the back, and they had a good look on their face as well. So he's moved everything. It's just, yes, this day and age, you just don't take chances. That's just absolutely it. And, I'm sure the EMTs are on the way, and they'll probably put him on a board, immobilize the head and neck area, and further take observation on this young man.
Yep. And there is no reason to push anything. Everybody takes caution, and everybody handles things as the way it should be. And as we say, that's the way things should be done. in this case. And that's the issue. And it'll take some time as we play along. And those of you that want to know, as we play, we'll go along here. And we welcome you back onto WMIX 94.1 FM as we are always letting the weather come back through, as we always have this severe thunderstorm warning that was just announced for western Jackson County in southern Illinois, western central Jefferson County in southern Illinois as well, Perry County, as well as you just heard the weather bulletin come through, and we thank every Barton back at the studio reminding us of what's going on. So as we were away, and we're always going to let the weather play precedent on a night like tonight as we go along, as we sit here. We are currently in a delay here at Woodlawn, a player injury. Logan Isaac went to the rim, went up, wore the layup, and fell to the ground, and he has been there. He has been moving. He has been talking. He is sitting there. But they are taking the extreme caution, Mike, of not moving him too much. He's around. He's talking to people. It's just a case he took a hard fall to the hardwood, and there's nothing to give away here.
Yeah, absolutely. You're exactly right. And he's, was out of breath initially. And anything like that is just not uncustomary for an athlete. You know, when you feel something different, you get a stinger, you bump elbows, you bump knees, you twist a knee or anything like that, something that's unusual feeling, it scares you. I mean, that's all there is to it. And I think they're actually now going to be discussing what's going to take place as we have some people now that's going to get things underway, and naturally safety. I'm sure all the fans here are totally understanding of the situation that's going on.
And to add to the situation, we remind listeners again, if you just listen to the bulletin coming in on 94.1 FM, a severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect until 9:15 for west central Jefferson County, western Jackson County, and south central Perry County in Illinois until 9:15. So we caution everybody to keep an eye to the sky and keep things in perspective as we go along. As Logan Isaac is still down on the ground, we'll go through some more scores. Altoff is down 44-37 at the end of 3 to Belleville East. Carbondale is going to run away with the Battle of Jackson County as they lead Murphy 57-20 down in there as we wait on the delay here. We can tell you, and also at the end of 3, Mount Carmel leads Lawrenceville 65-41. Those are all boys' play scores. We wait for the medical personnel to take care of Logan Isaac as people are talking. Shane Witzel and Chip Bassel are talking. And with 1:33 to go, takes me back to the beginning of the year, Mike. CRC was here. ZRC was here for a girls' game. It had a young lady from ZRC got hurt late at the end of the game. The delay was taking long. Both teams kind of called the game off. About 2 minutes to go in the game and walk out. Had another situation. This game probably will get played as they're bringing in some stuff for Logan to wear. And Logan, again, is doing, he's laying there. He is talking. He has moved his limbs, Mike, and that's good to see in this case. But every precaution being made and taken care of.
Oh, absolutely. They've got people in the know right now getting things set up. And, the first thing to do is just, like people have seen on TV before. They're just going to get him still. And, get the neck brace on and then just totally get him still, get him set up for vitals and make sure that he's calm and before they move him and things of that nature. And that's why they're the professionals out there.
Interesting. There's some discussion. I just wonder if this game is going to continue or if they're just waiting for him to be taken off and they're going to finish this, or if they're going to go on. There's some discussion of chattering going around the gym, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we've seen right here, Chip and Shane Witzel was talking to the official right here in front of us, and they both sort of had a head shaking. So we don't know if that was the head shake of let's finish, or after this we're, going to announce that it is over and things of that nature, considering other situations around in the area as well.
Right.
So, with the weather, and then we've had a little slick floor, and that the floor did not cause this incident whatsoever. We're not saying that at all, but we have had a few slick spots on the floor here this evening. especially around the free throw line area when they line up and shoot free throws. And they've done a great job of keeping this floor under control. This was not an issue of the floor. It's just hard basketball, just a hard basketball fall. It happens in every game we've seen this year. Then things happen, and he just didn't. He bounced up, but just immediately knew something wasn't right and got the wind knocked out of him, and now it's led to something we don't want to speculate on, and they're taking care of it here right in front of us.
That's why they do that. We wish nothing but the best for Logan Isaac, as they're putting him on that backboard right now, and they'll take him out of here. Take him out and get him checked out, and we wish him nothing but the best as he is being helped out. His teammates are standing around him, checking him out, talking to him to help him keep calm in this situation, and he will get checked out. Woodlawn will be on the road Friday night at Sisney. Both teams 5-0 in the Midland Trail Conference, so Woodlawn beat Sisney in the championship game of the Midland Trail Conference tournament just a few weeks ago. And they are checking it out. I think it was the right move in this case, Mike, like football games.
Sure, absolutely.
You just got all the facilities, you got people, get it checked out.
Yeah, do this, and everything's, we find out later that everything's 100%, and, he's walking around school tomorrow. That's fantastic.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Do the things right here and make sure that's done, and that way you've done your job, and the young man's safety is upmost and foremost on everybody's minds here.
Another score, Fairfield beat Wayne City 56-35 in high school boys basketball play tonight. We'll pass that along as we are checking things out here. Logan Isaac still being attended to.
Did you have a Dietrich score?
I had a Dietrich score earlier, but I don't have any new updates.
That sort of surprised me a little bit.
Let me go back through. I'm checking on Twitter. If you want to check on Twitter what we tweet, you got two options. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, or you can go to our webpage, WMIXsports.com, as our Twitter feed runs live on there. If you're not into social media and you don't do those things, you can do that as well. And I'll scroll through and see if I can find that. I found Neoga over Cumberland 43-34 at the end of 3. At the half, St. Elmo led Dietrich 31-20.
31-20.
And there's the ovation. It's a standing ovation from both sides as Logan Isaac is being carted off. And he gets a standing ovation, and he will go off, and he'll be checked on. Our thoughts and prayers are with Logan Isaac, and hopefully he will get better and be back on the floor for the Woodlawn Cardinals as soon as possible. The question here, with 1:33 left to go in this one, is Woodlawn up 46-32. And the Red Devils are at their bench. The Cardinals are at their bench. The referees are helping to clean up the slickness on the floor. Shane Witzel talking to the referees underneath their basket. And we're going to see what's going on. Chip Basso will walk to that huddle underneath the Woodlawn basket with Superintendent David Larkin. Chip Basso will go there, and they'll talk about it, and Chip will talk with Shane, and there the officials are meeting, and now this is where the decisions are made.
Sure, absolutely. And there's no bad decision going to be made here. It's going to be mutual, and everybody in this village is going to understand whichever way they decide to do it.
What are they going to decide? That's what they're going to do. I think they're going to call this game off.
I do too. I think so.
And we're waiting for a final show. There's some handshaking going on. I think they're going to call this off. And they're going to call the game off. Sesser-Valier is going to, and Woodlawn will agree to end this one. Final score tonight will be Woodlawn 46, Sesser-Valier 32, as both teams agree to call it off. And that's the way this one will end. And I tell you what, when you have people in schools involved like this, it's nice to see some working together and some talking and thinking going on, and it's a great job on both parts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we all sort of sense that, but we're not at liberty to say. Our hands are tied on certain things, and there's powers in front of us that's going to make sure everything gets as the glad hand line goes through, and everybody's nodding and shaking hands. That looks good. So, everybody keep a positive outlook, and we'll wrap things up.
Final score tonight, Woodlawn wins 46-32. 46-32 with 1:33 left to go in the game. Woodlawn will win 46-32. We'll take a break and come back with the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fierk. Look at your next rad weather. Windy tonight with periods of rain and thunderstorms. Some of the storms will be severe with damaging wind gusts and hail, even an isolated tornado, low only 54. Windy, much colder tomorrow, variably cloudy. Temperatures falling into the 30s by the end of the day. Partly cloudy, brisk and colder tomorrow night. Down to 23. Brisk and cold for Thursday. Sunshine mixing with some clouds, high 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Jeep Grand Cherokee, Wrangler, Compass, Patriot, I could go on all day. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. We are proud to be Southern Illinois' Jeep headquarters with a nice selection of all of your favorite Jeeps. The all-new 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee is a must-see. With premium on-road performance and legendary class-leading vehicle capability, the Grand Cherokee hits the sweet spot. See how you can get up to $1,500 cash back on the 2013 Grand Cherokee, or see about 0% financing for 36 months on the 2013 Jeep Wrangler. See our selection at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to kingcitychrysler.com to view our inventory online or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
Hi, this is Kevin Young, commercial lender for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Final score here tonight from Woodlawn. Woodlawn defeats Sesser-Valier 46-32. This update, this postgame show brought to you by Sesser Auto Body. They're pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Next time you have a collision, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Danny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. We tell people this game was ended with 1:33 left to go in the game. Well, Logan Isaac of Woodlawn drove to the basket, and as he went up and made the shot, he dropped to the floor, actually missed the shot. He went to the floor and was injured, and with 1:33 to go, he was carted out of here. We wish him nothing but the best. If we get details before we go off the air, we'll let you know. If not, we'll hope for the best for Logan Ising. We'll talk about it more later. We need to step out for a break. When we come back, we'll have scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conradi to their medical staff. Dr. Conradi specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conradi will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conradi, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Red Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Red Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Score here tonight, Woodlawn defeats Sesser-Valier 46-32 as we welcome you back into the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. Sometimes things happen in automobile that beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body. They can get you on the road quicker and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Kenny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside, and I'll throw it over to Michael for the scoring and stats of this one.
Thank you very much, Danny. And for the Sesser-Valier Red Devils, they fall to 8-13 on the season. It's non-conference affair this evening. Only 4 turnovers in the second half. Cleaned it up a lot from 10 in the first. That totals out to 14. 6 second-half rebounds. Go along with 8 in the first half. Ends up with 14 rebounds as well. Shooting, they shot a little bit better. 4 of 9 inside the arc. 4 of 12 behind the arc. Those totals end up, for the game, 7 out of 18 inside. 5 of 18 outside. Totals 12 for 36, and that ends up being 33%. 3 out of 5 free throwing gets their free throw percentage to 60% this evening. They put some guys in the scoring column, 6 to be in fact. 3 each by Lingle. Barrett with a 3. Vanway with a 3. And Nick Marlowe hit his 3 in that nice little run that Sesser was putting together in that start of the fourth quarter. 5 points for Derek Hood, and the leading scorer on 7 out of 14 field goal shooting, 1 out of 3 about the free throw line. Justin Kulik, he leads them in rebounding with 6, and he leads in the ball game for Sesser with 15 points. And for the Cardinals, they had 9 rebounds in the second half, total 25 in the game. 10 turnovers, had 7 in that second half of action. They shoot it pretty decent tonight. They end up 9 out of 14, 0 for 4, only took 4 3 attempts in that second half. They end up 1 out of 11. Those totals end up being 18 for 33, 19 for 44. They go to the free throw line only twice in the second half. They convert both, and that brings their, hard to believe, but that brings their average up to 40%, as they was 4 out of 10 free throwing tonight. Woeful job at the free throw line, just one of those nights shooting the basketball from the 15-foot stripe. Owens and Harlow leading the way in the rebound department. They each had 6, and Woodlawn puts 7 in the scoring column. Phelps off the bench. He had those 2 free throws in the first half. Jake Robinson with the deuce. Matt Kennedy off the bench. Nice game tonight. He had 6 points along with Jason Hateman, all of his 6 points in the second half. 8 for Chris Harlow. Logan Isaac was 5 of 7 field goal shooting night with 10 points. And Gabe Owens, the senior, knocks down a couple threes, has a couple nice moves on the inside. He makes 2 out of 3 free throws to go along with his 6 rebounds. He leads the Cardinals in scoring with 12. as the Woodlawn Cardinals improved to 19-2 on the season as non-conference affair this evening with a 46-32 victory over the Sesser-Valier Red Devils.
We will pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game after the break. Wide wait hours, another emergency room. When Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. We'll take a break and come back and do that. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
The Sesser Auto Body postgame show. Sesser Auto Body reminds you to drive safe on the way home from the ninth game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body. Get on the road faster. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Denny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside, and we have to pick out Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game, and we talked about it for a while, and Mike, your choice is like mine at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's Logan Isaac, 5 out of 7 from the field tonight, and he drew the task of trying to guard in a rotation system set up against Justin Kulik, the big 6'6" senior against Sesser. He had a good job defensively and good shooting tonight, 6 points in the first half, 4 in the second. He totals 10 points in the ball game in the 46-32 win. So Logan Isaac is the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game.
Crossroads Community Hospital reminds you why wait into other emergency departments for over hours. You can go to Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department. They'll pledge you'll be seen by physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. So Logan Isaac is our Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. We wish Logan Isaac nothing but the best. We wish him the very best, and hopefully he will get better, get well, all those together, and get back on the basketball floor for the Woodlawn Cardinals, and, of course, get healthy, more importantly, as well. Mike, a final thought tonight before we wrap it up here from Woodlawn.
Well, good ball game. I mean, unfortunate ending like that. Safety always is on everybody's mind, and, I mean, it was handled properly for sure, and a nice ball game tonight for the fans. Danny, we've got a couple of weeks of regular season to go, but, boy, I tell you what, dates, times, some big information is brewing this Thursday, coming out for regionals, and they are right around the corner. We alluded that to the listeners a couple times in the broadcast. And exciting time of year, that is for sure.
It is for sure, because on Thursday the seedings come out, and on Friday the pairings, dates, and times will come out as well. We're going to wrap things up here tonight for Woodlawn. Get out of here as they're starting to clean the gym. For the WMIX Sports Team of Holly Carroll, Mike Richardson, I'm Denny Czerwinski. Final score tonight, Woodlawn 46, Sesser-Valier 32. Thank you for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu and by Coach House Garages, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. and People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXSports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.